following presentation is part of the Beyond the Blast Doors network.
Hasbro's PulseCon 2020 shows us all the ways that we'll spend our money in the next year, but did one toy reveal possibly give us our first glance at Ahsoka live action? Probably not. But we'll discuss why some people think that's the case. Plus, a big week for Star Wars comics. Marie joins us from BeyondTheBlastDoors.com to go beyond the panel this week with Dr. Aphra. And this could cause you a great deal of pain unless you like to have fun with your Star Wars collectibles, because we are going to unbox a Black Series Snowspeeder with the help of Josh over at Holo Chronicles. Beyond the Blast Doors Live, BTBD Live starts right now. Welcome to our Star Wars conversation.
The farthest reaches of the galaxy, the Midwest. You're watching Beyond the Blast Doors Live.
Rosario Dawson might have her debut as Ahsoka Tano on a box that Hasbro put out randomly during the last week for PulseCon 2020. Well, there's a good chance that is not the case, but nonetheless, it is BTBD Live, episode 90 on a Wednesday. Usually you can catch us on Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. But nonetheless, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud. As always, you can catch us on YouTube. But now streaming also on Facebook and Twitter. Every week, there just seems to be a new toy, a new something special that we can have here for the Star Wars conversation on BTBD Live. But my goodness, my theory is this week, I'm going to take it extremely slow. This week, tonight, this moment with you, I'm going to take my time. We've got a few new bells and whistles. We have a new program that we're using to push out our show. You might have noticed a new set. So a lot of new, same me. We don't have Pete. He's spending the night with family. I put this out there the last minute. I said, I need the show to happen Wednesday night because I've got to be somewhere out of town on Wednesday and, Thursday and Friday. He was kind enough to say, that's quite all right. You go right on ahead, but I'm not going to ditch my family on a Wednesday night when I promised them that I would give them my Wednesday night. And I said, that's fine. So I went scouring the galaxy, looking for someone to help me out. And you know what? He is the co-host with the most. Mr. Josh from the Holo Chronicles is with us. He is in the producer chair. And Josh, by all means, bring yourself up. I want the world to see you. We're together. This is great.
We are here.
I'm clapping for you.
I'm honored to be here. This is the first Star Wars news show I've ever been able to be a part of. I mean, normally I'm playing with toys. I'm talking about toys. I'm dreaming about toys. But tonight, and they're all Star Wars related, by the way, but tonight I actually get to get involved with the mastermind of Star Wars news. Yours truly, Dave.
I don't think I want that title. I really don't. I think that we're going to have a really good time, though. I'm really excited. Josh said, hey, listen, I know you're nervous about changing programs for the show, but I'm going to be your co-pilot. I'm going to be your host. And to even make it more enticing for you to say yes, I'm going to unbox a Black Series Snowspeeder.
If there's anyone you want to go down in flames with, wouldn't it be me, David? Come on.
I would go down in flames with anyone from the Beyond the Blast Doors network. I'm very proud of the work that we've done in 4.5 months. We've raised thousands of dollars, not for ourselves, but for others.
Yes.
And here we are in our makeshift studios. This is
no. Let's take it back. We've already had one compliment. I put it up on the screen for you.
What do we got?
Your studio's looking good. What do we have? It was Nick. Here we go. I don't know where he's at. There it is. Bam. Right there. Studio looking good, Dave.
I really appreciate that, Nick. It's I don't know how aware anyone is, but BTBD Live started in my apartment kitchen, and then it moved to my dining room that was an office, and now it is the spare bedroom. The bed doesn't even exist anymore. I have
that is a dining room. I'm just kidding.
No. We're not quite moved in yet, right? We got photos we need to get mounted on the wall, nailed onto the wall. But if you're listening to this show, man, this sucks so far because you have no idea what the hell's going on. But if you're watching, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those paintings are going to get nailed to the wall. And, right now it feels like there's a lot. We might strip it down a little bit, give it that garage band era vibe.
Sure.
To it. But
I just have to say, I mean, if you have anything Star Wars collectible behind you during any broadcast, you've done all right. So congrats
to do better. No, I appreciate it. There's some things like I'm proud of. Like I've got the photo of Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. That's a 1977 promotional that they did together. And it's the black outfit that he never wore. But it was for the promotional, and they signed it. So I got that at a fundraiser a few years ago, and that's kind of like my prized possession.
Signed by both?
Yeah, signed by both. Yeah,
I don't know.
Cool.
I would actually request that you put that closer to the camera over your face, just so we could look at that for the entire broadcast. Sorry.
I'm sure there's
I didn't know it was signed by both. That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Signed by both, and I got a really good deal on it. Unfortunately, Carrie has passed since I acquired it, and then the value went up. It's one of those things that you don't give away. And I don't know why autographs mean anything to me. It's such a bizarre thing, right? Like I would rather enjoy the opportunity to go up to any of these individuals and just be like, hey, like, thanks for what you did.
Let me tell you why. I'll tell you why. I'm a big autograph guy. As a matter of fact, in our collecting community, local community, which includes me and Andy, I'm just kidding, and a few other people, I'm the autograph guy. Here's my reason. I can walk up to the ink on that picture or whatever, and I can feel a connection. Like the hand that is the person that I adore in some way or another wrote that. I think they're very powerful. I mean, think about it, especially a Carrie Fisher or a Mayhew. You'll never get an opportunity outside of buying somebody else's. You'll never get an opportunity to have that connection again. It won't be created again. So I really enjoy that. I'm a big fan of autographs. I think they add a lot of personal perceived value, which doesn't have a monetary attachment to it. It just has a heart attachment to it. So, and
it is mine, Josh,
it's yours.
It's yours. Mine. I also have, this is the Pizza Hut Naboo little thing that came in for Phantom Menace. I don't know. That has to sound like a banshee, but
I gotta be honest. I don't know if you're one-upping your autographed Hamill Fisher, but yeah, no.
I love this thing, dude.
What is that?
It's the Planet Naboo, and when you open it up, it cranks it. So I might actually be breaking right now as I play with it, but it's a little Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul, and they're having their duel on Naboo, and so it's dying. I actually just broke it. Well,
the heart of the movie, right there.
There you go. It's still going.
Naboo.
God, that sounds like my mother. Okay, great. So, hey, BTBD Live, episode 90. So happy to be doing this again, live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. It is a new era for BTBD Live, and it's really cool to be doing this with everyone. Big thanks again to Josh for joining me on this adventure, because this is either going to be a great next hour together or an absolute cluster bomb. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but literally a great hour. We talked about it at the top of the show, right? Hasbro's PulseCon. We got a big week in comics. We're going to have Marie from BeyondTheBlastDoors.com come on in a couple of minutes. We're going to talk about Afra number 4. And I'm hoping we can get in a little Star Wars talk about the Star Wars main comic with Charles Soule writing it. And if not, well, then we'll just save it for next week, because that's how we can pull off this show. We're talking a lot of Black Series stuff, and then, of course, we're capping it all off with the Snow Speeder unboxing. Don't have a poll this week. We decided to kind of keep it a little bit more simple this week for the show. Also, I can't forget, I have to give away a free Lego set. So at some point...
Oh, that's right. Don't forget that.
I have to give away the Lego set.
What is it? What are you giving away?
Well, here, let me show you. This is a Anakin's Jedi Starfighter 75214. I've given this set away 3 separate times on the show.
And they keep sending it back?
Well, the first time they sent it back. This is actually when I was gifted. And I just feel bad, but I already have it. It's down there. There. I can't reach it. So we're giving this bad boy away. But
that's vintage. I like that. That's a little callback.
Is it really vintage? I mean, it's bones,
I'm just saying. Where can you get it? Can you buy it in the store right now? No. So it's vintage.
You know what? You're really building this up, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We need people to feel as impressed by this show as possible. Honestly,
hey, it's free. It's free Star Wars stuff. I don't know how unimpressed you could be by that.
You know what? I appreciate that, Josh.
You're welcome, David. You're welcome. That's why I'm here.
We've told the good people what we're talking about this week. We've told the people where they can find our show each week. We actually told the people who know where to find our show each week, because they're already with us in this moment live. I think we need to get away with the first topic of the night, and that is D23. We now know the date for D23 2022 and how it's going to maybe impact Star Wars Celebration 2022. It could be an issue to the point where Star Wars Celebration moves. I want to bring this up for a couple of reasons. And the first being the fact that we didn't have a Star Wars Celebration here in 2020.
Right.
And so a lot of fans, I think, and a lot is a relative term. There are a lot of people that go to Star Wars Celebration, but there are a lot more Star Wars fans than are able to actually go to the Celebration. But this news came out within the last 24 hours, and I think it's really interesting because D23 puts out on Twitter, says, we're excited to announce that the next D23 Expo will be held September 9th through the 11th, 2022 at the Anaheim Convention Center. D23 Expo 22 will be a celebration unlike any other as we give fans a look at the incredible plans for the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. Now, I'm going to be very honest. The first time I read that and I saw that on social media, I thought to myself, you know what? I actually would like to be there at D23 over Star Wars Celebration because like 100 years of Disney sounds pretty incredible. And I was at Chicago for Star Wars Celebration last year. Like I was there for the end of the Skywalker saga. And it was a beautiful moment. I got hugged by Jerry and Scotty. And then I found out like 9 months later, I was doing a podcast network with them. So it worked out. But I then started the process. If I'm planning an event, I never hold an event on September 11th. That's just I just don't do it. I think that's a bad placement for it. It's also just a couple weeks from when Star Wars Celebration is scheduled. And I think that there is a real concern about fans again being divided. Or is there not? I think there's a really good possibility that you have fans that are so passionate about the Disney and Star Wars brand, they'll go to both. But I think there's also an argument to be said about the folks that they're either going to Disney D23 or they're only going to Star Wars Celebration. Maybe it is two completely different pools of fans out there looking to put these events on their schedule. It's probably a timing issue. Can you get the vacation time for these two events within a month of themselves? Less than that? Is it a money thing? You know, Star Wars Celebration cost me around $1,000, a bit north of that. You know, we were talking about going to Anaheim this year. That was going to be at least $2,000, more depending on how you're going to, you know, get there. Yeah, we don't need to dive into all those logistics, but you get my point. These are the things that fans think about when they're selecting their event. And I don't think my thought would be that this was done with the intention of this is where D23 is going to be there, but it was done with the mentality that this won't impact Star Wars Celebration because maybe it is that same point. We're not seeing the crossover there. I know a lot of Disney diehards. They don't care for Star Wars. That's kind of where
I think, David, that's the question. Is like how much Star Wars, I've never been to a D23. So how much Star Wars does D23 bring to the fans? I mean, or the people attending?
I think it's evolved since Disney acquired the license.
Sure, of course.
And
I mean, and that could be rhetorical. Yeah, there's a couple panels. I don't know.
A lot of merch.
As a Star Wars fan, you know, primarily from the Disney, you know, I guess catalog at this point, I would be, if I had to choose, it would obviously be Star Wars Celebration, just because, you know, D23, like you said, is only going to give you a few panels and a cross segment of whatever. However, doesn't D23 usually have some announcement level? It may not be on the Star Wars Celebration level, but you're going to get some fresh news from the Star Wars, you know, universe at D23. I don't think I like Disney's decision here. Now, obviously, we've had, you know, circumstances that are under, you know, nobody's control, which is, you know, the COVID-19. But I just don't think, I don't know if it's smart, because I know why you're laying up, okay, there's some money involved there. You're probably gonna have a section of people that are like, it's Star Wars Celebration if I have to pick. But if there's an opportunity to go to both and they're spread out far enough, maybe 3 or 4 months apart or 2 months apart, you're probably going to see more Star Wars fans who also, look, by the way, I have kids, so I like Disney as a whole too, right?
You like it all. You buy it all. You sleep with it all.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to D23 across the street from Disneyland so that I can do both and take my daughters with me. And then I'm going to go to Star Wars Celebration, drag my daughters back and force them to see Star Wars stuff more than they would like. But I don't know. I don't think it's a smart or intentional planning based on maybe where we're at right now, I guess.
Well, no, and to your point, you're also a parent, so you're gonna have a different view on this
Right.
as I am, as like I'm recently married, but a guy can dream, right? I do want to point out that Star Wars Celebration is set for the 18th through the 21st August 2022. And that is Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. So it will still take place in Anaheim as it was supposed to this year. But it is the first time that both of these events take place in the same calendar year, only a couple weeks apart from themselves. There is speculation that if Celebration were not to move, Lucasfilm could be given permission to make some big announcements at Star Wars Celebration in August ahead of D23, with D23 focusing more on other Disney projects, because you also have Marvel. You also have Pixar. You have classic Disney. So there's a lot of things to unfold here. But, here's my thing. It's D23. This is like the Stark Expo or whatever that you see in the Marvel Comics. I mean, this is Disney in 100 years has acquired all these different properties. I think it's going to want to have its Thanos gauntlet and flex all of its gems to its fans. So
you're saying that Disney is obviously put a value higher on D23 than it does on Star Wars Celebration as far as its involvement, right?
I would absolutely say so. I think that Disney has minimal involvement compared. Lucasfilm does Star Wars Celebration.
Right. So I guess it makes sense. It just kind of seems like, I don't know. It seems a little conflicty there, and how far apart are they?
A couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that's going to bring people that have to make a choice. The majority of people are going to be like, look, I can't turn around and fly back to one of the two,
Right. And I only want to bring this up. Listen, I know that not everyone can go to Star Wars Celebration. I was 27 when I got to go to my first celebration, okay? I think it's a great experience. As someone who went to a lot of conferences and conventions during college for organizations, I thought it was like a really good experience. If you can go, you should absolutely go. If you can't go, it's okay. They stream most of the good stuff online where you can sit in the comfort of your own home and you get to see all those interviews from the live stages. But I think it's really cool. Like, here's something. This is what I like about Star Wars Celebration right here. The exclusives. So this is the exclusive Master and Apprentice of Claudia Gray's novel, and I'm in love with this matted cover. Would not have it unless I went to Star Wars Celebration. Or
put it up on the camera. We couldn't see it.
Or if you have someone that likes you a lot and can just go on the floor for yourself and hunt for you, and that's fine too. But I love this book. It's I don't know, great story. But I had that cover, and so this is the memento that I have from Star Wars Celebration. So you should go. I know it doesn't impact the entire Star Wars fandom, but I think it's something we should talk about.
I think it impacts the people that are prone to going to events, right? A lot of people decide they're not going to events. There's local cons that show up, an hour from your house that you can drive to and not spend all the money. You don't have to spend the night. You just pay for the floor ticket.
Sometimes I just talk about things that I think are really important, and they're not. And you know what, Josh? I appreciate you sitting there with your drink nearby, telling me it's like, it's okay, David. We're all enjoying it. It's like I appreciate the honesty.
No, I get that, because that is something interesting. I've never been to a D23 or a celebration. So obviously, if I have to pick, it's Celebration. I was slated to go this year. Everything was planned. Hell, I don't even know if I canceled my hotel. They probably charged me. But
what's it like not to care when the hotel charges you? What is that feeling like? Because let me tell you, I feel every time my card gets charged, it's like,
it's a shock. It's still a shock. Don't worry. But no, I mean, obviously a cool thing. I think if you go to either, you're going to have a great time. You're going to get a Star Wars experience. I think the best experience for diehard Star Wars fans is obviously Celebration, where it's dedicated solely to Star Wars. And, I don't care about Disney's next animated film. I care about Star Wars. That's all.
Good point.
But everyone's different.
Everyone is different. We want to know what you think. Let us know if you're watching on the live show. Comment in the live chat. Catching us on the rewind, you can always tweet us at BTBD Star Wars. But we always love those comments on YouTube. We like to reply to those. It's always a lot of fun to continue the Star Wars conversation there. And real quick, let's go ahead and just kind of see.
Look, we got some people in the chat right now. We got some people throwing some stuff up. I think our own Pete Fletzer he had a comment that basically said,
Pete's not on the show, but he's in the chat. I don't get that. Pete, aren't you supposed to be with your family? That was the whole point.
Here's what he said, which is, no, he's with his family, but he's able to just like under the table, just slide a comment in.
I don't like being under the table with Pete. That's just not a situation I want to be in.
Well,
I've seen that movie before.
He's certain that Disney's done the market research. It's fine. It'll work out for them. Well, it's Disney. It'll always work out for them.
Everything will make money.
Yep. So yeah, we have a lot of people in the chat. Thanks for joining. That's amazing.
I think this is a cool one, and I'm trying to find it. It's from Frammy. He says, do you think Disney may make any Star Wars announcements exclusively for Celebration or spread those announcements between the two events in an effort to attract people to both?
I think that's your point, right, David?
Yeah.
That's your point. You're going to get both. So go ahead.
That felt so good to be told that I made that point already, because usually it's like, oh, I didn't think of that. No, I'm trying to have this persona as a professional doing a Star Wars podcast show, and I failed.
You got me, bro. You just got to take it down a notch.
No, but hey, Frammy, I think it's a great question, and I think you're right. I think that they're going to have some gems for both audiences that make that time and financial sacrifice to go. I can tell you that I didn't see any other event last year where Darth Sidious walked out on stage and said, "Play it again." It only happened at Star Wars Celebration, and I was freaking there. Maybe you were too, but I was there, and it was awesome. So yeah, to answer your question, you're gonna pay your money. You're gonna get a good experience. I shouldn't be so sarcastic about that.
No, you were there.
I feel bad. No, I'm good there. Someone's talking about a celebrity death match between Zero and Doomcock. So these are two people in the Star Wars speculation community that are, they don't get much right. But you know what? They're entertaining as hell, and they make a lot of money doing it. And isn't that why we're all here? Right? We're all trying to make money. Right? No, we're not.
Wait,
we're out.
Really?
Have a good time.
No, I didn't know that.
No, because look at us. The two of us spend all our money on the crap that's behind us. We're not doing anything. I mean, come on. Let's be honest about it. I think that was a good exploration to the live chat. But seriously, thanks for everyone being with us. If you cannot tell already, it has been a very casual show. We're doing a lot of new things. We're taking it easy, but it is a lot of fun. Matthew in the live chat, Nick Melky. We got Jed Slesman in there. We've got Andy in there, Mr. Rez. We got Pete Gallinori and Saber, a really good crew. Thank you for being with us. Keaton's in the live chat. Oh my gosh, a former student of mine. I taught an intro to mass communications last year, and he'll just randomly pop up and be like, David Amilati. I'm like,
very intro.
It's still Mr. Amilati. It's still Mr. Amilati. You're still not out of high school.
My personal favorite, Apprentice Ewok, is in. He was a finalist in one of the trivia shows that the network put on. So I think Mr. Pete hosted.
He's also got himself 3 entries into our giveaway that's coming up in a little bit here on the show to win a free Lego set. So
you got it.
Good
luck. Good luck, Apprentice.
May the force be with you. Yeah. We're going to talk about PulseCon. Don't we have a PulseCon graphic? Should we roll the PulseCon graphic?
Yeah, let's throw that up there.
Is that what we should do? Should I do that? I don't know. Is it my turn? Your turn?
You got it. Go for it, man. Because
I don't
know what you're talking about.
You're the host. I don't know what the
I'm not the host.
I thought you were I thought, okay, you're the producer. Go to Brand here. Oh, there we go. Did I do it right? Oh, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one.
No, see,
you got to do this one. There we go.
It is.
Good God. This is like, honest to God, this is like when you go hyperspace skipping, right? Yeah. And you just get back to the base. You just barely get back, and everything is leaking. And
how many parsecs?
A lot. 27.
Yeah. That was a long ride.
Ray's refusing to advance the story. She just wants to keep training, and and Finn are in this weird it's like a bromance kind of thing. It's not homosexual. A lot of people wanted it to be, but it's not. And it's just the world. It's just the world, and it's just going downhill.
David, this is why I'm here. Continue.
Why, to keep me going? just to indulge. Yeah,
continue.
Hey, let's talk about PulseCon 2020 because this is probably the biggest news of the last week. It's been kind of quiet. We're in this lull right now because we know that The Mandalorian is just on the horizon. We're about to enter the month of October. We know that on Friday this week that we are going to get Star Wars Squadron. We know that everyone here at the network is going to buy a copy of Star Wars Squadron, and we are going to play at a mediocre level at best for most of our time with that game. But we have the game, we have the series. So like I said, it's this combo for the storm, but Hasbro comes in with PulseCon 2020. And I do hope that all these groups all these companies keep these virtual events. I think they're incredibly engaging for the audience. I was talking with Andy, Josh's co-host for Holo Chronicles, that you can watch every Monday here on the Beyond the Blast Doors Network. And Andy and I were just talking about the lineup, the guests that they had. Billy D. Williams stopped by. you know, like they had legit guests on a great rotation, and they just had great reveals after great reveals after great reveals. And we have this opportunity. We have an article from BeyondTheBlastDoors.com, a write-up that we did that shows a bulk of the toys. And so we have the vintage series, you have the main black series 6-inch fig, and then you have the archive series that we'll take a look at. Yeah, we had that article for you right here on your screen. You know, these are the toys that were the big story, right? It was Ahsoka's Black Series FX Saber, and you had the Dark Ray Black Series figure. We'll get into that in just a little bit. We have a lot of pros. We have some cons just a couple minutes away. But if we can, real quick, the vintage or that 325 scale, they're cool. Overall, a lot of prequel love. If we're able to pull that back up, I'd like to just sift through that list real quick of the toys. There we go. Oh, look at this. Okay, so there we go. So you get a Captain Rex. No, you were good. You were so good. You were right on the money. Captain Rex, and then the next one over. We're just gonna go rapid fire. Yeah, the incinerator looks very attractive. I like that.
I like that flamethrower.
Laser flame. And we're just, rapid fire. There's Rex again. We're just to keep it through, especially because Josh and Andy went pretty in depth with this on Monday. But I just felt like for our audience sake, to see these toys.
Can we just stop at Big Head TIE Fighter? I just have to put that out there. That's just my.
That's to scale.
His head.
What do you not like?
His head's huge.
The head has always been that big.
I beg to differ. I'll pull out a vintage TIE Fighter, and it is not that big. TIE Fighter
what I don't like about you is the fact that you can actually pull out a
it's sitting right over there. I will get out of my chair. I'm just kidding.
No, you're fine. What else do we have on that list? Wasn't there an Anakin Skywalker on there?
You liked some love. You had some love for the B1s, didn't you? These B1s are coming out. I know that the Bombad boys like the B1s. This is an army building type of toy here.
Yeah, I want like 9 or 12 of these.
Right. You want to make a little lineup. I wasn't the biggest fan of this Padme, but again,
it's not her best outfit. Of the 27 from Phantom Menace, that's not her best one.
It's not her best one, but some good packaging, and at least we're getting, again, like you said, some prequel love.
So again, these are coming out spring.
There he is. There's your Anakin that you were talking about.
There we go. Yeah, looking all pathetic and
peasant disguise.
Everywhere. But, spring 2021, you can get this Anakin Skywalker, the Padme, the Battle Droid, the TIE Fighter pilot, the Incinerator Trooper, and the Captain Rex. I have gotten away from the 3.25 versions just because once the Black Series 6-inch were coming out, I was like, what's the point? I will say that, these vintage ones are cool. I like the counter packaging, and they're like half the price. So there's a positive for you there.
How do you feel about Boba coming out with a flamethrower?
I'm not a big fan of the figures that have like those kinds of attachments because I guess I'm boring.
No. What happens is you use your own sound effects and your own imagination to create flame, and usually like your hands, you're like you do that, and then it seems like they're just taking that from you.
Okay, so Josh, I think what we're trying to say here in this moment is I have a crap imagination. And like I was saying the opposite. You on this show this week, but really you're doing me the favor, so I will take your insult. I think
there it is.
Prick.
Yep,
okay, cool.
Yep.
So this is the Incinerator. I do like the packaging of that Boba, by the way. I think that's pretty slick.
I'll hit it for it. It's good. I like the new Black Series packaging. I mean, that's the problem that I have with Black Series right now is that their packaging has just stepped up. One of the biggest complaints I always had is in displaying Black Series in your home. If you have multiple Black Series, unlike you, David, who have a very nice, you kind of like select Black Series, you got them head on.
Yeah.
I have a large collection of Black Series, and I have to line them up like books. So, I like being able to see what's in there. Now tell me about this.
The Incinerator?
No. This guy right here on the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Boba Fett.
You weren't looking.
Sorry.
No.
I had, so I'm going between YouTube and stuff because I'm trying to keep track of all the chats.
Sure.
No, Jar Jar is probably my favorite out of this batch. I want to know how that shield is made because it looks like they took it straight out of the movie, and I'm sure it's plastic, but is it flimsy? Is it a tougher plastic?
No, I think it's an actual electrical field. So I don't know what you're talking about. Again, imagination, David. Jeez.
You know what? I'm gonna imagine that spike going through your head right now. I like to echo what you said though. The packaging, I don't know why colorful boxes do it for me, but yeah, they're way more intriguing. I love that concept art, and it's kind of a point that will make here. Might as well go ahead and do it now. The Ahsoka Tano lightsaber comes out, the Force effects, and there's an image on there that looks like, oh, is that Rosario Dawson? And it's like, it's not. It's just a marketing. It's just like this. Yeah, thank you for pulling this up. It's just a lifelike version of Ahsoka Tano on the box. The saber, by the way, comes in either blue, green, or yellow. You can dictate all of those colors. I would rather see not green or yellow and get white in there. That's just me.
Fulcrum.
I'm needy. I'll be the first one to admit. I'm really talented at finding something and being like, but that's how it could be better. And that's not a good person. That's not a good fan. I remember I was watching the presidential debate last night. Don't know if you did, but I did. I watched it. And I said,
of course I did.
I said, this could be better. And I turned it off and it was better. And I walked away.
That probably was the best way to view that.
It was great. But my God, when Joe Biden said, I am the Democratic Party, I did not everyone else have a clenched butthole thinking about Revenge of the Sith? And friggin' Palpatine is like, I am the Senate, and then he just kills every Jedi you liked for 3 films that you didn't get to see do jack because they just sat in a circle. I'm sorry. I'm bitter about that.
No, please go on.
I'm bitter about that. Can you tell? Oh my God.
Let's see what kind of comments we got going on here,
Yeah,
especially after that tirade.
I'm sorry.
Imagination we have imagination from Glenorian Saber.
Yeah, Galanorian Saber's good.
Galanorium, sorry, my bad.
Say it right.
Right over there. My bad.
It's all right. We're gonna bring Marie Wilson in in a little bit. She's laughing her ass off in the backstage. She's like, David, you've gotten worse as a host. We're having a good time. We're having a great time. She's laughing.
All right, you want to go through any more of these? You want a few more?
We talked about the Saber a little bit. I don't want to steal too many things away because you guys went so in depth, and I really feel like if you want to have
no, you can't go too in depth because, as a matter of fact, I don't think we talked about the armor enough. I mean, we talked a little bit. I mean,
how much is that going to be? That box is big. It's a big box.
She's beautiful, though. It's a beautiful box. It's a beautiful presentation.
Armor, woman in an armor.
You're damn right. Why not? Especially when she kind of talks and just bangs on stuff.
I hope she's really relevant in season 2. I pray to God she is. I think that's great. I like how you can see all the accessories in there, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
And I'm looking at that and I'm like, wow, that's definitely not just $22.
Oh, no. You're looking at a 30 burger right there.
Oh, God. Is that how much the Jar Jar is too?
I hope not. I hope Jar Jar has a discount just for the pain we went through in actually accepting him at this point. You're too young to realize, but Jar Jar was your I don't even want to say it.
Don't too young me on my show.
No. Bro. Jar Jar was your last Jedi. That's what he was. He was rough on the group. No, but we all love him now. We all love him.
Here's the thing. I don't know why. You know what? I mean, I get it, but honestly, God, you don't have any motion cap without Jar Jar. It's a great character. Not great character. Let me take that one back. In Phantom Menace, it was funny, and then Attack of the Clones, when you realize he's screwing up the entire trilogy. Yeah, that was George Lucas's ultimate plan. He put the whole decline of the galaxy not on Anakin's shoulders, but Jar Jar.
Right,
and that's why he dies in the streets as a circus clown. I hope you've already read.
I went with Jester.
Oh yeah, Jester. Even more.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Aftermath.
Yeah. If you ever don't read the Aftermath books, I just saved you that. Yeah. No, great books. You should read them. No, everyone's having a good time in the live chat, which always makes me really happy. Everyone's having a fun time there. Bremy asks, isn't there 2 versions of the armor coming? One with more accessories and one with less?
I didn't know that.
I did not see that. I have not seen that.
I guess that begs the question. It's almost like the D23 Star Wars Celebration question. Do you want more armor accessories or less? Right? Who gives a crap? I just want the armor.
I don't know. I want the Boba Fett one just because it has a slice blaster in it, which I think that's pretty dope.
All right.
And Jar Jar. I think that's my final thing. Can we pull up the HasLab graphic real quick? We'll do that, and then we'll get to Marie since we're going a little bit longer here. But yeah, there we go. Beautiful. This is the real gem from PulseCon 2020 because this is the second HasLab project. You remember a couple years ago they did the Jabba's sailing barge which Josh, you actually do you have it in your home, in your palace, in your residence, or is that over at Andy's?
I have both one on display and one in a box collecting dust and waiting for, I don't know, the right person to sell it to. Not the right price, but the right person.
Well,
Andy, as Andy coined in our last show, the ultimate Holochronicles giveaway, which is not happening.
Yeah. Help Beyond the Blast Doors Network get to 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and
that's right.
Allow yourself a chance.
I think that might happen if we give away that bad boy.
We might have to do it. Hey, but the thing about this is it's $350. The detail of this is pretty astonishing. They've already backed it. Has the time expired, I believe?
No, we have 40 days.
Oh, no, you get 40 days?
No, we talked about this on our show. The barge took about 2 weeks to get backed at 5,000. I remember when I first got in, I think I was in the hundreds. So I was like 600, let's say 900. I don't know. And then I looked a week later and we were only up to like 1,400. I was like, oh, this isn't going to get backed. And then, it caught on. Social media helped put it out there. They put some great videos on what they were going to do to build and all the, kind of what you're looking at here on the screen, which is a nice 3D model showing you exactly. I mean, the detail that you get in the barge is something you just don't get even in the vintage series, which is doing a phenomenal job. This is just a next level type of piece, like we call them pieces, in your collection. And
we call them pieces. Wow, you're getting really technical with this.
Sorry, but anyway, so this backed super fast, and then I think someone had a comment earlier that when they hit the 10,000 mark, which I think they're well over 6, maybe 7, I think it was 7. That they are going to put the child as another feature there. So just like the barge, which had yak face, you're going to get the child.
Very cool. The detail seems really solid. I think that a lot of people miss out on the opportunity with the sailing barge. I hope they don't miss that with the Razor Crest. I personally think the ship to me is a little bit more appealing. The price range is there for me. Definitely a shelf piece, but it's also something that you can use figures with. Really have a lot of fun. If you're one of those people who likes to do mock with their collection, I mean, you're not going to have a better version of the Razor Crest than this. Looks like Jed has a update for us.
Yeah, he upped us out. He threw it. We threw up. It's actually almost 9,000. So I threw 7 out, but it's changing daily. So it's a good thing. And we still, like I said, 39 days left. So it could go all the way up.
I'd rather spend my money on that than the holiday Christmas Stormtrooper.
Okay.
Yes, from Black Series. Do you have those? I should have just talked about those for like 10 minutes. We would have just been able to talk about how trashy those things look. I can't believe people are going to spend their money. If you don't know what happened, Black Series. So part of the figures they announced at PulseCon 2020 are these figures that are holiday themed, and it's like a Stormtrooper and a Snowtrooper and a Trooper and a Trooper and a Trooper, but not a Scout Trooper. Scout Trooper was on the forest moon of Endor, a forest with trees, pine trees. You don't have a Christmas.
You're going to cut down sequoias for your Christmas? Please. These are 1,000-year-old trees. Let's leave them alone.
I'm appalled at the whole, like, what a bastardization of the licensing here. If you don't know, like, Steele Saunders talks about good use of the license. Is this a good use of the license? I would say it's not a good use of the license. It's like mistletoe dangling from the belt of a Stormtrooper. What are we, 5?
La 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 la.
Don't make that sound in my ear, please, ever again. It was very warm and mildly moist. I didn't appreciate it.
Listen. And I might be stealing some thunder from even my own show, because I know I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it from Andy at the Holochronicles. I'm a fan. I don't care what you say, Scrooge McDuck. I am a fan. I am a fan. I'm a fan of these holiday. I'm a fan of these holiday troopers. I want all of them in my collection. I want all of them, by the way, out of the box. This will not be some kind of line it up on the shelf type of situation. This will be out on the box, experiencing trooper shenanigans on my Christmas tree. And my kids will enjoy them because I will force them to. And my family will be happy that they're finding them where other things should go. I mean, think about the nativity when you got baby Jay sitting right there, and then you throw up a trooper behind him. Like, I don't think so, Solomon. I mean, boom. It's not even Solomon. I forget the name.
Josh, do you ever criticize you for being a dad who thinks he's way too cool?
Never. Come on.
Hey, you know what? To each their own. If it allows you to have fun with Star Wars, then by goodness, go spend your money. They're not for me.
I know you were jabbing me.
I'm not actually that upset about them because here's the great thing. I just don't have to buy them. I'm not like you or Andy or Pete that buys every damn Funko in the world and 3 months later decides, man, I got too many of these and I think I need to get rid of some of them. So I'm comfortable as a poor collector. If I had,
you're just coming at us, bro.
I'm not coming at you. I'm just saying.
Obviously.
You know what? Don't get defensive here.
Look, I have a Princess Leia in the Help Me Obi-Wan Kenobi pose, and she's putting a star on top of R2's head, and that is a piece. Same thing. I use the word again, piece in my Christmas collection. I have Boba Fett who has a candy cane gun. Give me all the troopers dressed up in Christmas attire that you can, and my life will be happy. You guys are probably parents, and if you're not, when you do become parents, you're going to have a stupid elf on your shelf. There's nothing better than the elf on the shelf being held hostage by 2 Order 69 troopers.
Okay, that is pretty great. Okay, you've won me over. You know what? I'll take 2 of these figures as long as I can get this year's Lego Star Wars Advent calendar. That's all. Then I'm a happy guy.
Fine, I'll get that for you too. We'll just be happy. Just be freaking happy. I don't get it. It's Christmas. Give me all the Christmas.
To be chassis. Yes.
Yes. And guess what? Those troopers are fully COVID capable. They have their masks on. We're good. We can all hang out. No social distancing.
You're ridiculous. Hey, let's go on. Let's go on to the next topic because we're like 10 minutes late bringing her on. But she's just so great. She's standing by. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Beyond the Panel for September 30th, and we're joined with Marie Wilson over at BeyondTheBlastDoors.com. Marie, welcome to the Star Wars Conversation. How are you doing on this Wednesday night? It's weird. I have to stand back and it is a Wednesday. It's not Thursday. How are you doing on this Wednesday?
I am fantastic.
We have some really great comics this week. We have Afra. We got a little Star Wars mainline with Luke Skywalker with the Charles Soule line. I think we're going to focus a little bit more on Afra this week. And if you can, just, I don't know, where do we start, Marie? Tell me about Afra so far before we crack open issue number 4 after we bought it from our local comic book shop. What's going on with Afra?
So in her previous series, she has left behind her former sort of girlfriend, Tolvin, and her ward, Velada, and she's moved on past that. But she has tried to protect them on Hoth because they're with the rebels now. And she steered Vader away from Hoth. And then, of course, he ends up finding Hoth and everything goes to crap. But in this new series, she is sort of starting over. And she begins on another treasure hunt, which is she is joined by Eustacia Oka, which is another one of her old flames. So we get a third flame of Afra's, which is exciting. And then she is joined by, Detta Yao and Just Lucky and Black Chrysanthemum, the awesome Wookiee character from way back when comics started in 2015.
Way back to 2015.
Well, I mean, for canon, it's like there's so much that's come out since. So
and Black is a character that's deeply beloved. I mean, especially from that original Afra run, was a real critical force in that main story, which, the numbers say itself. A lot of people bought that Afra line.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go ahead and just talk about this week's issue. We like to talk spoilers on the show because what fun is it to beat around the bush on a Star Wars talk show? So, Marie, what the heck happens in this issue? Why does it matter to the Star Wars story?
Okay, so in last issue, Afra was left double-crossed by 2 people, Detta Yao, because she was being undermined and treated badly in academia. And number 2, by Just Lucky, who has joined forces with Ronan Tag to protect his brother who has gambling debts. So she's been double crossed, and at the beginning of this issue, she and all of her crew, except for Just Lucky, find themselves underneath the Lost City, and which is a creepy place. Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. The whole city is made up of the bones, like living, almost haunted bones of the previous architects of Vale. So you've got the Rings of Vale, which is the whole reason they're there. The Ring of Fortune and the Ring of Immortality, and they are on the hunt for these rings. And Ronan Tag, who is a relative of Cassio Tag, wants the rings for himself because he likes to destroy things that are rare just so other people cannot have them.
Went to a school like that. He broke my Phantom Menace Kenobi action figure. Real jerk. Real jerk. Here's my question, Marie. This might be the last question that I have for you. Just looking at the artwork of this line, it seems a little bit more simple than that first run of Afra. It's just not as detailed. Would you say that there's more of I don't want to say juvenile, but is there like a more like youth-like vibe with this comic? I mean, we talked about how Afra's got like multiple lovers in this line. Yeah. So is it actually for the more, a more mature Star Wars fan, or is it appropriate for the kids?
So far, everything's very except Ronan Tag is creepy and horrible. So I don't know. He's really scary.
That's funny. That's funny. No, I was looking at artwork as you were talking, and I just thought, wow, this seems more like Star Wars Adventure than a main Marvel Star Wars line.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's really because Afra talks about her mind being affected by the Lost City, and even Just Lucky, as he's leaving with his thugs to go back to Ronan Tag, is saying that ringing is still in my head. So something creepy is going on with these rings. And at the end, in the little bit about next issue, it says, will Ronan Tag get both rings and become the most powerful being in the galaxy? So that's a little intense. And some of these images are kind of creepy with the haunted visages of these lost architects.
Well, Marie, as always, I just want to say thank you so much for your time. Also out this week that we didn't talk about was the latest Star Wars issue with Charles Soule. Really enjoying that series. I say it every time I mention it. A little too much exposition. There's a lot of extra writing that assumes you've never watched Star Wars and you didn't know that Luke Skywalker was Luke Skywalker, but that's okay. Next week is I'm pulling it up here. It is Star Wars number 7. Do I have that right? It is Star Wars number 7 next week. I think maybe it's the Vader. How do I have this wrong?
Honestly, I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I'm gonna have to do an update on Twitter. No, it's fine. I could have sworn that Star Wars dropped today, and then the Marvel.com site. If you like Star Wars comics, you like comics in general, never actually use Marvel's website because it's oddly always inaccurate. Marie,
now you can't even get the digital comics on Marvel.com. You have to get the digital comics on Comixology.
Strange. It's just really
it's
strange.
Weird. Yeah.
But that's okay, because you know what? Honestly, if you're like me, maybe you like just going to your local comic book shop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do it that way and support your local LCS. Marie, if people want to stay up to date with you, what's the best way to do that?
You can find me on Twitter at Alia Morgaine. And I do want to plug the fact that I just came up with a wonderful graphic, a calendar for October for hashtag 31 days RO. So 31 days of Rogue One. So check it out. It's for the entirety of October.
That's awesome. And of course, Marie puts up content weekly on beyondtheblastdoors.com, and we're always thankful for that. Marie, thank you so much, and we'll see you soon, all right?
Thank you so much.
See you soon, Marie. Marie Wilson with beyondtheblastdoors.com joining us on
Bye.
episode 90 of BTBD Live. It's incredible. 4 years, only 90 episodes. What does that tell you? We like a good vacation here or there, sometimes for months at a time. All right. So the last thing that we want to do on this episode of the show, we've got about 10, 12 minutes left. I don't know how long this is going to take, but Josh, you are the host with the most, sir. And we're going to do an unboxing. And I'm nervous about it.
You know, me too. I have to be honest. Opening a box is just so nerve-wracking.
Are you teasing me right now?
No.
Are you making fun of me right now?
I'm not.
Why are you being
no,
a
we have
boy?
a saying. We have a saying on the Holo Chronicles, which is, leave it in the box or take it out and play. And tonight we are going to take it out and play. So that's fine, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about it. This is one of those things where I live vicariously through you. I remember when you and Josh got this. Basically, I remember every big collectible
Andy.
you've gotten. Wait, did I say Josh again? I doubled Josh.
We're twins,
Josh
practically.
and
It doesn't
Andy.
matter.
Well, Andy's in the live chat. Andy's like, I can't be here. Andy and Peter
are probably having a beer somewhere, just laughing.
Yeah, they're on like Skype or something, and the signal's dropping every 5 minutes. I don't know.
Right.
All right. So what is there like a proper method? Like,
so you're gonna I have to get up and go to, we're in the Holo Chronicles studio right now, so I have to go over to our unboxing station.
Okay.
So if you can just do what you do best and just talk filler until I get into position, and then you're gonna have to click on some stuff, but just be ready. But until then, do your thing.
Okay, well, this is the moment where I wish I had something really intelligent to share, but I don't. So I'm going to make him wait on me. I'm going to go, and I'm going to go into the live chat and see what everyone is saying, because we're trolling Andy. No, I'm not. Everyone, let's use the comments for good here, okay? For good. Andy says HasLab was originally going to be a Dagobah set with X-Wing, but focus groups didn't jive, so they went with the Razor Crest last minute. Really had a hard time pronouncing Razor Crest just now. I like that Andy brought that up. Honest to God, I think that sounds really cool, like a Dagobah playset, but I think that would have just been too much. I mean, what do you get? Do you get like a really nice detailed hut with an X-Wing, or is there some kind of platform that you can slide the X-Wing in so it looks like it's submerged? I don't know. That sounds outrageously complicated. I would like a HasLab just X-Wing. You could get me on that, but I think by now we all know that I really like the Legos. UCS, this Master Builder series, I'm really into. So that's probably the route that I would go for those larger scale ships. But yeah, I mean, if HasLab were to do a poll, I would assume the X-Wing would be a very popular one to do for the third. Okay, so we are going to bring up Mr. Josh, and we've got down below. If you're watching, you see that we have the tight cam. Do we have a better name for that? The hand cam? Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, the hand cam. That's not what I'm into. Josh, I don't think you have your mic on, big guy. Oh, he's going to walk away. He's saying things that he can't actually say on the show because his mic he still doesn't have audio. Still does not have audio. You're killing me. You got to make sure that he's going to turn it on. It's okay. I'm just giving him trouble. He's going to figure it out. And now he's out of the frame, but that's okay. Do you like how this goes? I'm so happy right now. Oh, there's the audio. Yeah, I can hear you. You're fine now. You're like, somebody stall.
Yeah, here we go. So yeah, what you want to do is probably we're gonna do. Let's see if this works.
What?
There we go. It's too bad. Hold on. Don't worry. The problem. Don't. What are you doing to me? Look at your face. I'm sorry.
This is live Star Wars, and this
there
is what
it is. There we go.
Figure it out for the first time. Why did you make yourself bigger? Why are you the bigger one?
Just a minute. Hold on. Josh is still working.
This is wonderful. This is like
There we go. Nope. Hold on.
You know what this is like? This is like when someone promises you that you're gonna try out something new for the show, like a new streaming platform, and it's like, it's dummy proof. Like you could do it by yourself. I'm like, no. I need help. I need a co-pilot. I need a Chewbacca to my Han.
Yeah, it's all about the audio is our issue right here. But don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I don't know how to make. So here's what we're gonna do. we're going to make that screen big, and we're just going to talk through it. Because you can hear me, and I can hear you, and we just figured it out. So here we go.
Oh, my God, look at that thing. So wait, can you give us some background? Like,
there's scale.
What is this? Okay, so this is Black Series, the 40th, commemorating the 40th anniversary?
Yeah. So you have Empire 40th anniversary right there in the top right corner as you're looking at it there. And what they did is they gave us a snow speeder. We've got our good old buddy, Dak. He could take on the entire Empire if he dies pretty quickly. So that was a bad decision. But yeah, so we want to unbox this really quick. I've been hanging on to this, believe it or not, for like a month and a half and have not unboxed it. And I knew when I first got it that I was going to unbox it, but I wanted to make sure it was for a network event, and no better place than the Beyond the Blast Doors Live. So let's get to it, right? You guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's
so is there a proper method?
Yeah, you break the tape. Here, I'll try and get that in. You just kind of snap the tape. I should have a knife. I'm doing this all poorly, but I'll get there for you guys, because it's, usually we pre-cut, but tonight I just went fully raw here. So here we go. Ready?
Fully raw, huh?
Yeah, don't worry about it. All right, ready? This is the moment where we slide the box out.
Oh my gosh! And I guess I've really never taken a look at these in the store, but
it's big. Look at the size of my hand. It's big.
Massive.
This is a big toy right here.
Is there assembly required? Oh my God! Look at that.
See, I swear to you, I haven't seen one. There's poor Dak just laid up on his side, just like in the movie. Poor guy. But look at that beauty right there. Oh, can we get any of the detail?
Yeah, I love that. Like the blue and the gray, and obviously on those wings, you got that like internal, like those details there. I guess you'd call those the gribbling, right?
Yep. You got the battle marks, greeblies. You got the battle marks, and you got all the. It's okay. The gribblings are fine. I think that's a Disney movie. But it's just a beautiful. It's a beautiful display. Now I've mentioned, because we all have favorite. Outside of like, let's say the Falcon or an X-Wing, we all have favorite vehicles, right? I've always been partial to the Imperial shuttle. However, the scene where they're looking for Luke and Han in the morning, the daylight's out, and that line, "I've found them," repeat, it always gives me chills, because it's some of the best flyover. They had to take a helicopter over some snowscape, mountainscape, and then speed it up really fast, and it's just awesome. And they dun 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 dun. Oh, it's the best. So just imagine while we take this out of the box that music is playing, and not with me just saying dun 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 dun. Now,
well, that's how we avoid the copyright. Don't just dump it over. What are you doing?
I was looking for tie downs because it feels like it's not coming out very easily. I'm not dumping it over.
Don't dump it over. No, I think you're right. I honestly think, Josh, that in the movies, that this is probably one of the most. This is the shit that I would love to see somehow brought back into a Star Wars, whether it's animated or film. But like it showed you such versatility as far as how it can maneuver. I mean, the fact that they could weave in between the walker's legs, the fact that it has blasters, the fact that it has a tow cable. Like, I think that there is a way to bring this back into it. See, that just looks gorgeous.
And David, you saying that makes me totally agree with you, because you don't see a snow speeder. Now, you have to wonder, I mean, the Rebel Alliance didn't retrofit a starship to only be capable of flying over snow, right? Ergo the name. But you never see one of these in a space battle. So it's very interesting, right? It looks space worthy.
Well, and remember in Lego a couple years ago, correct me if I'm wrong, believe this was for The Force Awakens, we did get the Sand Speeder, which was the exact same set as the snow speeder. They're just tan bricks, not white bricks.
Well, yeah, and that's Lego for you.
Well, yeah, that's Lego for you. But it makes me wonder if there was supposed to be a sand speeder out there somewhere.
Well, it's sand speeder. Well, that makes sense, because I guess you're looking at a
Could you imagine these things flying around on Jakku?
Oh, they should have been.
Can you imagine?
Maybe they were. Maybe they were in like the battle. Yeah, of Jakku. Maybe they were. But so here you go. We got our cannons. We're taken out of the box here. I'm trying to, and that's what's kind of cool about this box opening. There's not a lot of parts. We're gonna get this thing together in no time. There is an exposed panel. I'm trying to see if they have a door, but it
Yeah,
doesn't look like they do. And Dak, I just have so much reverence for because, I mean, think about Dak's parents.
This is such a conversation.
I mean, think about his parents. They're like, he's like, Mom, Dad, I'm just gonna go to a place where there's a lot of snow. So, and he's like, pack a warm jacket. And they're like, Mom, I know. And then he gets in with Luke, and that's usually apparently not a good idea. All right, there you go. Oh, there it is. That's what
You found it. I was going to say there's no way they give that.
There's no way they have a panel open, right? Nope.
Right.
I'd flipped it over. Here it is. So
Well,
this is what I love. A little bit of a, look at that. That's beauty. That's a beauty right there. So now
where's the engine?
They're in the back.
No,
you're talking about.
See on the left side how there's like the blaster cannon.
Here it comes. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Can I ask how much this was?
Nope.
Oh, is that like a rude question to ask someone?
No, I don't know. It's like asking age. Like, how old was Dak when he died? No,
well, we know that you're older than me, so there's no secret there. I don't know why.
This is don't quit with your secrets. This was, I think, 100. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I'd spend that. Hell yeah, dude.
Ask Andy in the chat.
How are you gonna how do you display a toy like this? Are you gonna get like some kind of like stand for it, or?
That's a great question. Ooh, look at that. Ooh,
is that the gun?
Right? That's the gun, baby. Harpoon. Click
Toe
right
cable.
in. All right, let me give you some close-ups now since the box is now fully emptied. I'll throw that out of the way. And let's take a gander. Very cool. On the back is the tow cable. Now I don't know what it does, but look, it's pulling out. I don't know how, but it's like that long. It's so long. So you got a nice long tow cable, long enough to trip any.
Well, there's got to be some mechanism to reel that. You got to be able to reel that back in, right?
Do I have to? Oh, maybe I just crank this and no. I thought that would do it.
Thing?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Oh, look, compartment. Hold on. Is this a battery compartment? Nope. Check it. Okay, so this compartment right here, I just found. I didn't read any directions, but look.
A little bit more under the camera. A little bit more under the camera.
It's all right. You can pull the tow cable back in and then kind of tuck the extra back into the compartment. So that's interesting, right?
I think so.
That's kind of interesting for a toy design. Is your average 43-year-old going to figure that out? I'm just not sure.
Nick has a good point in the live chat. He says also in Empire Strikes Back, they talk about the speeder not being done adapting them for the cold. So, just to kind of reinforce your point.
Starship, yeah. But we never saw it unless we did, and we just somebody's going to know.
It's a ship design that definitely feels like it was meant for like the surface. I don't think you're seeing that in space.
It's one of the cool. Look, Empire radar is not going to pick that up. It's got a lot of angles. We're bouncing them off.
It's just so fascinating to me to see how that's how the ship looks. But I'm looking at my Lego setup right now, and it does not seem as movie accurate anymore now that I'm seeing this guy.
This thing's bad. It's awesome. Oh, sorry, Dak. See, that's just what happens to this guy. He gets crushed.
Is there an AT-AT that's like to scale with this?
I don't think so. But that could have been a great HasLab project, right? But look at that thing. Here we go.
My gosh.
Wait till we pop the cockpit here. We have not done that yet. And
is it heavy? Is it heavy? Is it feel durable?
I'd say this thing weighs 5 pounds. That's a 5-pounder right there.
All right, let's see what the inside of the cockpit looks like.
All right, here we go.
Let me in your cockpit.
Oh, brother. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's hard to get open.
That grill on the back looks real. That's awesome. I hope you open it the right way. I don't mean to break it.
Well, I did. Forward.
Wow, look at that. Oh, you got even a seatbelt in there?
What you can't see that I wish. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can get that in the cam. Look at Dak's little
computer back there.
Yeah. That is very cool.
Great detail. You get your money's worth with this thing, and I love the quality of detail on the side paneling. It definitely looks like textured. There's like depth to it. It looks like there's actual panels in there. That's a sweet toy.
It's a good toy, and I don't think we've even exposed the fact that these are cool. Hold on, let me close the cockpit so I don't crack.
Is it 3.25 inch figures for this?
No, 6 inch.
No way.
Yeah.
So
Check
you can put any of your Black Series in there.
Well, look at Dax.
Is he Black Series? Well, I guess he
Yep.
would be because he's
He's
a Black
6
Series
inch.
chip.
He's 6 inch.
So what's going on here?
So what I was trying to do is get the gear out, but there it goes. So the
Okay.
gear comes out.
Okay.
It's a little stiff, you know.
Well,
That's
how we like the drinks too.
Boom. So there's some gear. So check that out.
I did not know. Okay.
So now the gear, you can't see it obviously from above, but gear lets it set up nicely.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh? And he comes with his own
Helmet.
So this
Yes.
dude looks pretty good.
Wow.
And there's some accessories that I don't know what they are. Like, is that
It's a harpoon gun?
Yeah, that's Luke's harpoon gun. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then what I was talking about are these.
Are those charges or those bombs like those grenades?
Yeah, that he threw in. Yeah. So you have maybe they go in the.
So you need to get the Luke to complete this.
Yeah. You sound like Andy.
Well, no, but I mean, what good is it if you don't have Luke?
You're right.
I mean, he dies in minute 23 of the movie. I mean, we need Luke to go take down the AT-AT.
I'm just gonna have
my
him
God. I cannot believe I said that. It is an AT-AT. Oh my goodness.
You say AT-AT?
Oh, I don't say AT-AT.
Let's see if he fits in the back like he should. Boy, there's seat belts too, which didn't really help.
That didn't help anything, did it?
No. Probably if he hadn't had it on, he would have been fine.
That's what they all say.
That classic what your grandpa says, right? Oh, he fits in there perfectly. Man,
And it
I really
locks
like
in.
this. Hold on, I'm locking him in.
The level of detail here is really impressive to me as someone who's not very familiar with the Black Series figures, as the Black Series like ships. This is ridiculous.
Just the chin strap on his helmet is fantastic. I mean, it really goes around his.
Are those all printed decals on the ship too, or are those stickers?
They're printed. So I had to put no decals on, which I actually love. And I'm sure any good Star Wars toy buying dad loves.
Well, one of my gripes with Legos in recent years is the fact that they do a lot of stickers and they got away from the prints. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Any way you display that, no one's gonna know that those stands are out.
Pretty good stuff there.
And could you store the accessories down in the cable compartment?
Excellent idea.
Would that work? Is that a good idea?
I'm going to do it right now. Boom. Harpoon gun charges that blow up an impenetrable AT-AT. There you go.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome.
How good does that feel? Like, you're a dad, you're a Star Wars fan, and you just opened up a really cool toy. Like, how does it feel?
It feels pretty good. You don't get to do that often. As a matter of fact, as a dad, at Christmas time, you kind of just sit around and watch your kids open stuff, and you remember back when your parents loved you. So yeah.
That's okay. Don't we invest in the kids now? So hopefully they take care of yourself in retirement.
Little part action. So, the real question is you have, this is a Black Series piece. So this is where, I made this statement on our last show is like, who's the showrunner for Disney toys? I mean, this is a Black Series piece. However, you have and I'll just throw this out there. I'm going to flex a little bit here.
Oh, good gosh. He's going to grab something from a shelf.
You have the slave.
Oh my gosh. Look at that.
You have slave. So here's a comparison. Now, by the way, this is a 3 3/4 scale, which obviously it should be a lot bigger than a snow speeder. But you have the slave, which is coming from the vintage collection. I might be answering my own question. Vintage collection is focusing on 3 3/4, where Black Series is obviously the 6 inch, but you just don't get it sometimes. Like, what are they going for here? Like, I want both of these pieces. I don't care about the scale. As a matter of fact, if I had a slave that matched the 6 inch version of the snow speeder, it would be as big as this table. type of thing. So maybe I'm happy that that's how we're getting them. But again, the Razor's Crest from the HasLab is going to be huge. It's going to be half the size of everything you can see on the screen here. So not half the size, the full size.
I do appreciate the perspective. I'm a collector that has to pick one line. So when Force Awakens came out and I saw that they were starting a new series of Black Series figures, I jumped on the bandwagon, was pretty faithful those first couple of waves. I think they're on wave like 23 now or something ridiculous. I'm not up to speed, but like I was faithful to that 6-inch line.
Yep.
And so I can kind of empathize with you right now. It's like, listen, like, am I supposed to be investing in all the 6-inch stuff or the 3/4 inch? And I think the answer is, I think Hasbro would tell you, well, we'd like you to support both.
Of course it would. Gilster has a great comment. You want to put it up there? I'll slam it real quick.
No, here
it
I
is.
got.
That's the one, and I just saw it. So that's why I love putting these together. Obviously, we're not first of the game here. This has been around for quite a while, and I waited. But and maybe it sounds like Gilster might have one, or has at least seen one, or another better, more produced box opening video. But yes, right here, right in the cockpit, in the front. I'll show you when I put them in. There's 2 holders where you can put the charges.
Get out. Okay, so
I know.
wrong.
I wish you could see it. It's awesome. No, you weren't wrong. You just came up with the great ideas for where to put something.
I mean, I promise. I'm used to getting the Lego set with the extra lightsaber blade and not knowing where the hell to put it. And so
the charges fit. They have 2 little holders. God dang it! I wish I could show you in the. So look in the front. You see the gold.
Yeah.
So there's 3 gold on each side. 3 gold. The 2 in the front, so closest to the front of the cockpit. I put the charges in there.
Wow.
And the other 4 are decoration. Very cool. That's a cool. So thanks, Gilster. Good job.
I think it's really good. I like Gallinorian.
I didn't read the directions yet. All right. And then how about Gilster? What's your big answer for this bad boy? He probably knows.
I think you put that where I told you to put it. Nick says it's so great. Frammy, what a beautiful piece. Really first class. Gallinorian giving another compliment. That is great detail.
Yes. 100% agree. Now, I should have done that. I don't have the vintage to put next to it, which we had done with the slave, but I would say as something that you can display quickly and easily. Oh man, those even move. In your
what moves?
Oh, check it out. Check this out. The fins.
The directional fins.
They work in the back because you see those flexing when they're flying over the mountains. I mean, that's one of my favorite parts too. Where like, they're using the sound effects, and I don't know. I mean, they don't look particularly. This actually looks like it could fly in atmosphere, but those are actually working. Very cool. Very cool. All right, you want me to go back to my station?
Yeah, come back over. I'm gonna put myself on the screen, you goofball.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, nothing to be sorry about at all. I think that's really great. That's such a cool toy. I mean, I feel bad. I feel like there should be like a more adult or a more mature word than toy. I guess that's why we say piece in the collecting community. Is that why we say piece? Is because we don't like saying toy?
If you're anyone worth your salt, you say piece.
Okay.
It's a nice piece. Like you have a nice piece back there with the Hamill Fisher signature. I would say that's a nice piece.
I'm sure that anyone watching this is like, why the hell does he not have this stuff hung up? It will be next week. But it's nice when you look back there and you see that. I got my Janina Gavankar autograph from Star Wars Celebration right here.
It's a nice piece.
Micro series, or the micro Clone Wars series from 2003 got Anakin Starfighter back there. Darth Vader #1, Star Wars #1, the J. Scott Campbell variant cover. These are the cool things that I have. They're not a snow speeder, but I have them.
I'll tell you what, I will trade you one unboxed snow speeder for that Hamill Fisher straight across. I'll pay shipping.
Yeah, I mean, if
how about one unboxed, one boxed? Yeah, because I actually have another one.
Here's the thing.
You know what?
There's
That might
sentimental
be a
value. There's like sentimental value attached to this thing, but then there's like the actual like dollars and cents, and what you're offering me doesn't even come close to that. But that's okay.
I have a Mayhew Fisher, which is my favorite piece, by the way.
I'm happy for you.
Everyone that listens to Holo Chronicles knows about. But a Hamel Fisher, I don't know if I want to get. There's a balance there. Now it is the one where. No, never mind. I'll show you later. But anyway.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
No, this was an absolute blast. I know we went a little longer on this week's show, but it was a lot of fun, and it gave me the opportunity. For those of you, I don't know if you care, I usually use a program called OBS for my show, and I really like it because I feel like it gives me a lot of production value that I get with my job, like professional grade. And so we're using StreamYard, and it works not at all the same, but it provides a lot of similar features. And so it's been nice to have Josh, and something that I don't know how it's going to look long term, but it would be nice to have a third person that can push all the buttons for Pete and I while we do the show. So maybe this is a nice audition for Josh to do that as well if he can commit.
Oh, cool. I just got promoted to producer. And
what did you think you were beforehand? Can you tell me the title you had before?
I am the host of the Holo Chronicles along with Andy Lemire. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, on this show, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, on this show, I'm just a peon.
That's not true.
I'm a peon who didn't have his audio right when I clicked over to my. I didn't think about that.
It's
my
okay.
bad.
You flexed over your Hasbro snow speeder for 20 minutes, so it was worth it.
Well, yeah, and I threw a slave one in there too, so suck on that.
Okay. We got Apprentice Ewok saying too long is never an issue.
Well, thank you, Apprentice Ewok.
This can never be too long. Matthew, the groping pick.
Yes, Matt knows. It's the best pick. It was I believe it was an SNL promo pick, and it has Mayhew in, of course, Chewbacca costume, giving an old Copperfield on Miss Fisher, and both of them seem to be enjoying it, and they both signed it, so I'm fine with it.
Awesome. I'm fine with either one of them groping me, honestly. Scotty J Rose in the live chat, he says, "Love you guys. We love you too, big guy. Really glad you stop by and say hi." Celestman says, "I have a room full of collectibles or pieces, not toys." Yeah, I'm gonna have to get in that habit of pieces.
No, it's pieces. I mean, toys is the difference, right? If you're taking a toy out, you're playing with it, which is fine, and that's what we did as kids. And then if you're smart enough to save them and or acquire them when you got older, they became pieces. They're pieces that you enjoy. So you want to hear? I don't know how much. Yeah, that's a piece. That's a beautiful piece. Exactly. It's what you enjoy, and what you're going to say is when somebody comes over, and you show them something that you're proud of, that's a piece.
Is this a piece?
Yeah. If you show that, if you could take them to your bathtub and there's your rubber ducky and your Scuba Steve, those are toys.
Okay. What about? Is this a piece?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Era's a piece. They're all pieces.
Just I have 23 Black Series, and those are the 3 cool ones. I mean, that's
exactly. So the rest may be toys to you. The rest may be tradable. The rest may be sellable. It doesn't matter. But you have pieces in your collection that you're very proud of.
I do, and I've got this piece in my collection that no one can stay in my collection anymore. So it's time that we give this bad boy away.
Okay.
I mean, you're not really a Lego guy, right? Like you like the Hasbro stuff.
Here's what I am. I'm a Lego guy who procrastinates putting together the Lego. I have a nice piece right now. I have that A-Wing collector series. What is it called? Andy always corrects me on this, and he knows it, and he's saying it right now. But anyway, I have the A-Wing, and it's just sitting in the box, and we've been waiting to maybe use it as a Patreon, which we would be remiss if we didn't mention and thank our Patreons who support us right now. And also, if you'd like to support an entire network that gives you 5 shows a week, plus a 6th sometimes, plus a weird guest host that shows up on David's show where he can normally professionally put together something, and then I show up and it becomes a cluster. But anyway, for just a measly $5 a month, you can support us. And we put that all towards awesome overhead cams, and then where I don't click the right button and there's no audio. I mean, all the money goes towards that amazing production value. So why wouldn't you want to become a Patreon of the Beyond the Blast Doors network? I just don't know.
You know what? You're saying all that. You're making some really cool, unique merch for the podcast fam over there on Patreon. I'm really excited. I've seen the video of the wood being carved and the glass being cut. It's pretty cool. what you're creating for the Patreons.
For our
So,
founders, and we're
yeah.
calling them our first 30 Patreons, and right now we're at around 20. Our first 30 Patreons are going to be our founders, and our founders are receiving no matter what your contribution level, they're receiving, because for us it feels like we got when we launched this in April or something like that.
Yes, late
In
April, early May.
We launched in April, early May. And we feel like the people that supported us, leading up to that, and then who joined after we became a network, they obviously supported you at Beyond the Blast Doors. We feel like you're the founder. You helped us get there, so we have a nice package coming out for them. It's taking us a little longer to get it put together, but it's going to be worth it. And
he's cutting glass. It's worth it. It's fine. It looks really good.
Glass, but yes, plexiglass. But yeah, it's very cool.
It's gonna look a lot like this, but like
it's gonna look better than that. All the current network folk are a little jealous of what the founders are gonna get, because that is garbage compared to what you're going to get.
So last week on BTBD Live, episode 89, I asked you to comment on the show on YouTube, and I want you to tell me what you were excited about the most to happen in season 2 of The Mandalorian, and make sure you include the phrase, "Now give me that Lego Starfighter." I'd like to congratulate Mr. Dale Erdman for commenting and winning that away. I did a random generator before the show. His name was selected, and so Dale, you are the recipient of this Lego set. It is in perfect condition. It is sealed. I've not built it. It's legitimate. It is yours. I need your mailing address. So because you are the recipient, I need you to email me at beyondtheblastdoors@gmail.com. I need your shipping information, please. Your shipping information, please. We will get this into the mail within the next 2 to 3 business days. We have a weekend. So if you get it to me in time, this bad boy can be on your way before the weekend. So that'll be
now.
cool.
Should we make Dale put that together, like maybe on a Patreon video or something, or something that we could just like Dale putting it together? I guess iPhones can do like time lapse. Did you know that? I didn't. I'm getting old, but you can just set it up and time lapse. I don't know.
Yeah.
But congratulations, Dale. You deserve it.
He's like, whoa, cool.
Yeah, no, he's stoked.
No, it makes me really happy. I just appreciate. I legitimately do. It's been a wild 4 years, and the last 4 months have been some of the most rewarding stuff because I've been able to meet people like Josh, like Andy, like Scotty, like Jerry, like Shannon, Pete, to come together and do this thing. And we're working really hard at making sure that all of our shows meet a certain standard. And we want to make sure that we can bring in as many people. Like, today there's 20 people watching live. I want there to be 200 people watching live one day. That's what we're working towards. And it's not all it is about is having as many people having a good time about Star Wars. I want to this is my escape. This is my escape from work, and I want it to be your escape from all the responsibilities in your life for an hour and a half once a week. Let's talk Star Wars together. And Dale, you're just one of the greatest. You're just one of the greatest supporters of our show. You've been here early on, and you stuck with us through a lot of trial and error. So congrats on those Legos. You are this week's winner. We're gonna try and do a monthly giveaway. We think we can make that realistically happen. This week it was Legos. Maybe it's a Black Series helmet in the future. I don't know. Just keep watching.
David, can I throw something out there? Can I throw something out there right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna offer it up.
We're already 23 minutes over our usual. So
they're still with us. They're still with us, and we heard that it's just a last comment.
Yeah.
Beyond the Blast Doors Network, Josh from the Holo Chronicles, David from Beyond the Blast Doors Live.
Yeah.
I think this the month of October is going to be a snow speeder giveaway. We already teased the snow speeder unboxing.
Wait, what?
I have a snow speeder that I will donate for next month's giveaway. As we generate we just need likes and shares. We'll come up with how it's going to happen. Obviously, our Patreons are already going to be involved in that drawing. But if you want to join the drawing, I have a snow speeder. Hang on. David, hang on.
This is what's wild. I just wanted him to throw some graphics up. I was not trying to guilt him into this. I think that Josh is actually announcing that next month in October on BTBD Live, we're going to give away the snow speeder that we just watched Josh unbox. How cool is that? If you think that's pretty cool, I want you to let us know in the live chat right now. If you're listening or watching on the rewind, I need you to comment and tell me how excited you are to know that we are actually going to be doing this. Are we actually doing this, Josh?
Let me clarify.
Okay.
This isn't the snow speeder I just opened. I'm not going to tape it back up. All right. Just to be sure. And I'll
Yeah.
even prove it. But I have in my possession another boxed. Look, there's a tape shot. Let's see if we can get the tape to focus. It's tape. It's taped.
That's awesome.
Just trust me. It's taped. Anyway, another snow speeder. Beyond the Blast Doors Live. We're gonna set up your how you're gonna enter. Look for it coming in early October. We'll tell you how you get there. This one's gonna be one of yours, all right,
That's
or one of
insane.
your friends, or
I can't
one
believe
of your
that.
friends. Because
I
you know
cannot
what?
believe that.
I mean, can you believe? Look, this is what I love about our show. When we get our show, Andy and I just say our boys and gals are gonna be there. They're gonna be there, and they are, and we love them. And then we get on this show, and our boys and gals are here. So why not have more of your friends, people like you that love, family, whatever, just get them in here and we'll give you something nice. We'll give you something nice for watching. That could be the statement, but yeah. So let's get that speeder. It's broke now. Let's get that speeder.
Nick says,
It
give me
was
that
well
speeder.
packaged. It was well packaged. Don't worry about it. But here it is.
Listen, look at this. Gannon 136. I'm shaking. I want it so badly.
All right. Well, we'll
Wow.
let you know how you win that in next week's Beyond the Blast Doors Live is going to tell you exactly how you're going to win the snow speeder. And that's brought to you by the Beyond the Blast Doors Network and all of us that we absolutely love you. I mean, you're like our friends, right? I don't have friends. I mean, Andy, he's a good guy. But yeah, and David I deal with. But other than that, you guys are my friends.
Did you
I'm
plan on
just
doing
kidding.
that? Did you just impulse this decision, or did you have
Of course
this idea?
not. Of course not. I've been planning this for months.
I
No,
asked you yesterday to do this, so that's a lie. Can we play two truths and a lie here? I know the lie. No,
No.
that's
No, we got a
That's
cool
pretty sweet.
giveaway. We got a cool giveaway, and that's just the kind of things. Look, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to bring people in. I
Yep.
think you just said it best, David, and I want you to complete this sentence. We love having you guys on. We just want more of you. Like you said, 20 to 200 is really our goal. I just want to talk to more people that feel like we do. We just have a good time with Star Wars, talk positive, good, bad, the ugly. We're all there, and we have fun doing it.
yeah. I want to have I want to help contribute to the Star Wars community in a way that people know that they can come for an hour and they can expect laughs. They can expect updates with movies and TV and the books and collectibles, and it's not divisive. It's not toxic. There were some
It's
shows-
fun.
yeah, just fun. And
It's
I just
Christmas Stormtrooper level fun here,
Oh.
folks.
bite me. I just was about to give you a compliment. I guess I have to be nice to you now. You just walk on the show and decide you're going to give away a $120 toy. Jeez, I'm like sweating right now because of your generosity.
Let's do it. Let's
warmed
do
my
it.
heart. It warmed my heart. Well, hey, folks, this was a blast, and now you know exactly what you need to look forward to. Next week, we'll announce the rules on how you can enter to win a Black Series snow speeder, 6-inch scale. Very exciting. Thank you to Josh for bring that to our attention and offering that up to the show. Also want to thank Josh for joining me to be the producer of this show. It was a fun adventure. We flew the ship for the first time. We were kind of building this plane as we flew it, and now the plane is built, and now we're just kind of flying it. And now it's time for this show to wrap up. So I want to say thank you again for joining us for episode 90 of BTBD Live. Join us again next week for the latest as we gear up for The Mandalorian Season 2. Hopefully we have some more toy news. Hopefully we have some more comic news. We're going to talk about all these things and much more when you join us for episode 91. I hope to God I do this right. I might do this right. I could also do this terribly wrong. I just want to say thank you again. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I think it's going to be a really good week until the next show, because when we get back here, we're going to give away a free snow speeder.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.